It's Madden NFL football. It's week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Taylor Heineke and the Atlanta Falcons.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From the 6. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his 3rd season. Really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They kick it up. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, Heineke. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Heineke. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now Heineke. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, Paul.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. The numbers for Mixon last week, 18 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Robinson will try to pick it up. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you. Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going. A lot of football left to be played.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd and 10, Heineke. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Heineke on 3rd and 2. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 2nd down and 4, Heineke. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Then he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Well, you see the speed there of Daxton Hill reaching him before he could get back to the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. It's complete to Robinson. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll bring him back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the...
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20. Bears won that one 46-10. But fear not for the Patriots. If I remember correctly, they've won a few in the years following. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Robinson up the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Heineke to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Now Burrow on first down. That's taken in by Higgins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against...
He's got a man, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow looking to pass. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. To the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Falcons ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
from the 38, Heineke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Heineke. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A 1st down throw for Heineke. Checks this one down to Robinson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy sideline, right? And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half, let's do it. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the 1st half have now followed them into the 2nd half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, Heineke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, great grab by Chase. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Heineke from the gun on third down. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
On first and 10, Heineke. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now Heineke. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second and goal, Heineke forced out to his left. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory. Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over in the... And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 71 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided. Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Heineke on first down. That's complete to Cobb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Throwing, Heineke. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Heineke. Flush to his right. Caught by Cobb. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Being chased out left. Now Burrow loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Very good start. Field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Heineke now. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,